and Sandra realized instantly that the man had been drinking. This would have surprised the man speaking to her because he knew he carried his whiskey well. Many grown women wouldn't have been able to recognize that he had taken a drink, let alone that he was loaded. So it didn't even cross his mind that the 9-year-old child in front of him was well aware that he had been drinking. "I'm waiting for my mother," Sandra said slowly, as she began to hope that here was a chance to get her mother out of the corn whiskey joint if she could get the man to go inside and get her out. "Oh, gal, you're wasting your time. Your mother went over to Lil Joe's place about 2 hours ago," he said, hoping the child didn't know any better. He didn't even know the child's mother. He had stopped down here on Hooper Street since he was on the east side and decided to pick up a bottle of corn whiskey. He didn't really like the stuff, but he had met a woman who had just come to the West Coast from the South, and the woman swore she loved corn whiskey better than she did bonded whiskey. She wasn't the first person he'd met like that, though. Many people out of the South preferred drinking good corn whiskey to that which you could buy in the stores. Sandra moaned and leaned over in pain. She couldn't stop the tears. She didn't even know where little Joe's place was, nor did she have any reason to doubt the man's words. "What you crying for?" he inquired softly, as he glanced around, hoping that the child's mother didn't come out the front door. "Mama was supposed to give me some money so that I could get something to eat," she answered honestly, hoping that the kind man would offer her a quarter or something near that sum. "Come along, child," he said, taking her firmly by the arm and leading her down the walkway. "I'll drive you around to Lil Joe's place. Then you can get your mother. How does that sound?" It didn't sound too good at all to Sandra. Her mother would be furious at her for riding in a man's car, especially a man that she didn't know. She glanced up at the man. All men or women older than 15 were elderly to her. She tried, but she couldn't remember when or where she had seen him before. Her mother had so many men friends that it was hard to remember them all. Even her mother was hard-pushed to remember every last one of them. This one was tall, dark-complexioned, with a heavy mustache. His eyes under deep black brows were pools of shimmering black ivory, now filled with a cunning lust. As the young girl hesitated, he added, "If your mother's not there, I'll stop and buy you a hamburger or something, okay?" As the cold wind blasted her thin coat open, she pulled her arm free to clutch the coat tightly. Hunger overcame reason, and she somehow found the nerve to say, "I wish you would get me the hamburger first. I ain't ate since this morning." This was true. The man glanced at her. The coat, open now from the strong wind that kept blowing, revealed just how thin the child was. For a moment the man hesitated. His conscience disturbed him slightly. He knew that what he was about to do was wrong, but he had had just enough whiskey that night not to really care. It had been a long time since he'd had a young girl. He reached out and got another grip on her arm. He almost dragged her to the car. He opened the passenger side first and put her in, then almost ran around the car. He got in and started up the motor. The warmth from the heater quickly filled the car. Sandra sat back and relaxed. After being out in the cold so long, the heat felt good. She closed her eyes and enjoyed the warmth. The thin coat opened since she didn't have to clutch it around her, and she put her hands in her lap. Her eyes closed, but she managed to fight off the sleep. "You're a son of a bitch," the man said to himself as he observed the young kid next to him. With her coat open, he could see just how poor she was. Her legs were so thin that she seemed deformed. That coat with no buttons on it couldn't possibly keep the child warm, he reasoned. What kind of mother could the child have, he wondered, as he took his time and examined her. The mini dress she wore was too small, besides being a spring.